Hey there, young explorers, and welcome to today's Explainer. Get ready because we're about to go on a seriously magical adventure, straight up into the clouds. Today, we're uncovering one of the most incredible stories in all of human history. We're going to be talking about dreamers, brave heroes, and the absolute magic of science that finally allowed us to conquer the skies. So make sure your seatbelts are fastened and your tray tables are in their upright positions because this adventure is officially cleared for takeoff. So, let me ask you something. Have you ever dreamed of flying? I mean, seriously, have you ever just looked up at the sky, seen a bird gliding so effortlessly through the air, and wished you could just float right up there with them? Well, guess what? You're definitely not alone. For thousands and thousands of years, humans looked up at the exact same sky and wished they could leave the ground. We actually tried some pretty crazy inventions back in the day. People strapped big, heavy feathers to their arms. They built these giant flapping contraptions out of wood and string and literally jumped off hills, barn roofs, and even tall walls just hoping for the best. And spoiler alert, those early inventions just didn't work. Mostly, it just resulted in a whole lot of flopping into the mud and falling down. Section 1. The Great Dream of Flight. Section 2. The Brave Wright Brothers. Okay, let's dive right into this. You see, humanity's ancient dream didn't just end in the mud with those silly falling down inventions. The great dream of flight transformed from simply falling and failing into actual real-life flying. And it didn't happen by waving magic wands or using fairy dust, right? It happened because of intense curiosity, endless hard work, and people flat out refusing to give up, even when literally everyone told them it was impossible. So it's time to meet our first great heroes, the brave Wright brothers, Orville and Wilbur Wright. Now, their incredible story didn't start in some giant fancy science laboratory or a top-secret military base. Nope, it started in a tiny, dusty bicycle shop in Ohio. Just think about this incredible, almost magical truth for a second. The world's very first airplane inventors started out as bicycle mechanics. Orville and Wilbur Wright were not rocket scientists. They were just ordinary, hardworking guys who fixed flat tires and greasy bicycle chains for a living. But they had this magical obsession. They spent all their free time studying the wind, watching birds, and building tiny models. They firmly believed that if they could figure out how to balance a bicycle on two wheels, maybe, just maybe, they could figure out how to balance a machine in the wind. So on December 17th, 1903, at a place called Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, everything changed. Picture this. It's a freezing cold winter morning. Orville and Wilbur are standing out on a deserted, sandy beach. The wind is absolutely howling off the ocean, blowing stinging sand everywhere. Orville climbs into this crazy-looking machine made out of wood, heavy cloth, and wire. They called it the Wright Flyer. He lies down flat on his stomach right in the middle of the wings, starts up this noisy, sputtering engine, and gets ready to attempt something the entire world thought was completely impossible. The engine roars to life. The whole wooden flyer is shaking and rattling. It rolls down a wooden track, and then it actually lifts off. It is flying. But here's the crazy part. That very first world-changing flight, it lasted for exactly 12 seconds. Yep, 12 seconds. That's probably less time than it takes you to tie your shoes in the morning. Just 12 seconds in the air before bumping right back down into the cold sand. But you know what? It didn't matter how short it was. Because in those 12 magical seconds, the Wright brothers proved that a machine carrying a human could actually fly. Gravity was finally beaten, and the world was changed forever. Section 3. The Magic of Flight. Now, what's really interesting about this is how exactly did they cast this magic spell to conquer gravity? How on earth did a heavy machine made of wood and metal actually stay up in the air? Well, the Wright brothers figured out 3 magical ingredients of flight. First up is lift. By making the wings curved on top, the air rushing over the wings actually pulls the airplane up into the sky. It's kind of like an invisible giant hand gently pushing you up from below. Second is propulsion. You need a powerful engine and a really fast-spinning propeller to pull the airplane forward through the air. And third, and honestly maybe the most important, is control. The brothers figured out how to steer the plane to make it go left, right, up, and down without just flipping upside down. You mix these 3 ingredients together, and boom, you have the perfect recipe for flying. Section 4. Amelia Earhart, the great heroine. So once the Wright brothers showed the world how to fly, pretty much everyone wanted to take to the skies. We entered what's known as the golden age of aviation. Airplanes leveled up dramatically during this time. They went from being made of flimsy wood and cloth to being built with really strong, shiny metal. And a whole new generation of brave adventurers stepped up. Now, the bravest of them all was Amelia Earhart, a true pioneer and heroine of the sky.
She fiercely believed that flying wasn't just for men, but for anyone brave enough to have a dream. And Amelia Earhart? She was completely fearless. She became the very first woman to fly a plane completely solo across the gigantic Atlantic Ocean. I mean, just imagine being way up there in the clouds, all by yourself in a tiny metal airplane with absolutely nothing but dark, rolling miles of ocean below you for hours and hours. She basically proved to the whole world that bravery has no limits, and that the sky absolutely belongs to everyone.
Let's move to Section 5 and see how this builds, from propellers to superjets. Because, human curiosity, it literally never stops. Eventually, engineers realized that spinning propellers were amazing, sure, but they could only go so fast. If people wanted to travel across the entire globe quickly, they needed something way stronger. So, some brilliant inventors got together and created the jet engine. These jet engines breathe in massive amounts of air, mix it with fuel, and blast it straight out the back, creating this powerful push that sends planes zooming forward like rockets. With these incredible new jet engines, we went from the Wright brothers' tiny 12-second flight, barely making it down the beach, to crossing oceans in just a few hours. Today, thanks to superjets, we're flying in massive metal airplanes that can soar way, way up high, far above dangerous thunderstorms, and cross entire oceans in a super short amount of time. It's truly mind-blowing how fast the magic of flight evolved. Seriously, just think about how fast our adventure grew. Back in 1903, humanity took a tiny 12-second hop off a sandy beach. By the 1920s and 30s, heroes like Amelia Earhart were brave enough to cross vast oceans all by themselves. And today, you and your family can hop on a super-fast jet and travel to almost any city on the entire planet in a single day. Can you even imagine what Orville and Wilbur Wright would say if they could see a modern jet soaring through the sky today? They would absolutely think it was pure magic. Section 6. Your turn to invent. So, what does this all mean for us today? What's the ultimate lesson of this amazing explainer? Well, it's that no dream is ever too big. What started with two ordinary guys fixing bicycles literally led humanity to explore every single corner of our planet. The sheer bravery of the Wright brothers and Amelia Earhart shows us that anyone, and I mean absolutely anyone, can be an inventor if they're just curious enough and brave enough to try. And honestly, here is the absolute best part. The adventure is far from over. Today, right now, scientists and engineers are working on brand new magic. They're designing electric airplanes that are perfectly clean for the environment, and get this, even flying taxis that could pick you up right from your neighborhood and drop you off wherever you need to go. No way, right? So, I've got to ask, what will you invent? The sky is no longer the limit, guys. It's just the beginning. Whether it's a completely new kind of spaceship, a super-fast flying car, or something we haven't even dreamed up yet, the future belongs to dreamers exactly like you. Keep looking up, keep asking all those big questions, and whatever you do, never stop dreaming. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible adventure through the sky today. Until next time, stay curious